and welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren. Today I'm going to be doing some goal setting for this channel, for my reading, watching of horror. I think setting some really intentional goals around how I want to spend my free time is going to be really helpful during 2023's busiest times. The goal for 2022, when it came to my relationship to reading, centered around rediscovering who I am as a reader. And I started this channel, which I think my first upload was either in late July or early August. I started it with the intention of getting back into reading of fiction books. I had just come off, when I started this channel, of a master's program that was nearly 4 years, where I had to read one nonfiction book a week, sometimes more depending on the class load I was taking. So it's joyless and it is tedious. It is something that will make you really dislike reading. It is professors who are telling you this is what you are to be reading. So it does suck the fun out of reading. That for 4 years nearly is going to detrimentally harm your relationship to books, to reading, to the topic, which for me was history. So I'm staying clear of any kind of numerical goal because that to me does not help me, is not a way I feel like has me maintaining a healthy relationship to reading. So I don't think I'm gonna have a page number or book count that I'm trying to attain in 2023. My main intention for 2023 is to continue to expose myself to new books, to new authors, new subgenres, but I definitely want to have a goal of exploring the sci-fi genre a little bit more, going outside of my comfort zone, because I think there are some awesome books that fall within the sci-fi horror realm. I'm super curious to read more books about aliens or like extraterrestrials, so if you do have any suggestions, please let me know. Although I want to stay clear of making like numerical goals for myself, I do want to make sure I am making time to read both fiction and nonfiction books. So at least once a month, I want to start and finish a fiction book. And then I want to read one nonfiction book of my choosing at least once every season. So I'll have a winter, spring, summer, and fall nonfiction book that I read. Yes, they're super general, they're, low hanging fruit, but really the whole purpose of having this channel is to make sure I am doing things that bring me joy, and having to hit a number does not bring me joy. So we'll see how many books I actually end up reading per month, but I think making sure I read at least one will help me feel like I am keeping up with this hobby and I'm not putting too much on myself, on my plate. Hobbies are meant to make life more enjoyable. So as this is a general horror channel on YouTube, I wanted to also set some watching goals. I think as a fan of the genre of horror, I think I'm really lacking in some classic and foundational horror films and film series, so I want to make sure I'm upping my game. In 2022, I caught up on a lot of the Halloween franchise films that follows the storyline of Laurie Strode, and for 2023, I really want to make sure I am all caught up with the Scream franchise, which I know there's a new release in this upcoming year, so hopefully before I can catch up so I can see that in theaters. So yeah, there's just some classics that I've never seen, I've never watched. I did want to make sure I did watch at least one classic horror film every month that is new to me, not a rewatch. I just want to make sure that I'm keeping a balance between watching a film series, a movie, and books or any kind of text. I want there to be a little more balance there because I feel like I'm missing out on a lot of really great movies and I do enjoy that experience. So I think I really need to set that goal so I prioritize films. The purpose of this channel in the first place was to give me an opportunity to connect with folks who are fans of horror, who are fans of reading, movies. It gave me a space to just be my whole self. This is just a place to be creative and have fun. That is what I want to make sure I center continually. As I set goals, as I create videos, I really want to make sure that obviously I have to work within the algorithm and do those things that, help increase my reach and find that audience. But I also want to make sure that I am still taking creative risks and doing things that I feel like are very unique and authentic to me and be brave in that sense. On this channel, I want to have the intention of continuing to connect with folks and explore different ways of telling stories. And I did want to explore themes, having monthly themes that kind of guide the content creation. I think that could be really fun. I really like the idea because it kind of mimics that of a magazine where you have typically an issue that centers on a specific topic. So kind of taking that a little bit to help guide what I do and kind of create some coherency in the content I create where it's like kind of all connected. Could be fun. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I stick with it for like a month and I'm like, ugh, I want to ditch this, but I do want to keep taking risks. So being creative and having that opportunity to explore something different is going to be a big thing for me in 2023. Something I enjoyed doing this past year that I want to keep doing is participating in Readathons. I really enjoyed in October participating in my first Readathon, which was the Halloweekend Readathon, hosted mainly by Lexi from Books with Lexi. And then this past December, I participated in the Christmas Evil Readathon, hosted by several awesome people. It's a lot of work, but people do some amazing stuff, and I've had so much fun participating in them. So in 2023, I want to continue participating in those two Readathons. A new Readathon I want to participate in is Blackoween, which is hosted by the Locked Booktician, and I did not have enough time in advance to discovering that Readathon this past October to participate in 2022, but I'm definitely going to be amending that in 2023. I don't know when, but I would definitely love to host reading sprints on my channel. I have enjoyed participating in people's reading sprints. I think it's a great way to make a very solo activity of reading more engaging. It holds you accountable, but also it makes it a little bit more of an active experience. It's cool to be a part of that community of book lovers and see what other people are reading, get book recommendations. I've personally just noticed a need where a lot of the reading sprints cater more to like East Coasters, and I'm on the Pacific time zone. I also have a very structured work week where I tend to feel more relaxed and ready to read in the later evening time. So it's possible I'm not the only person who has this need. Maybe hosting sprints could be in my future. I really want to prioritize building more connections with folks on here, making time to leave comments on other people's YouTube videos that they spend so much time to create, making sure that I'm commenting back to people who leave comments on my YouTube videos. All those things I think are going to be helpful to maintain and also increase my connections and my community that I have in this space. This channel has just been so much fun, and it's something I've been wanting to do for so long, and to have actually done it and realize I have like 30 videos up right now is something I'm extremely proud of and excited, and honestly like kind of shocked that I did it, because I feel like it's something for like a decade I've wanted to do. So to have created a channel that's all about horror is just really freaking cool. So I hope that you're having a great end to your year, a great start to a whole new one. I'd love to know, what are some of your reading or watching goals, or even content creation goals that you have in the works for 2023? I'd love to know. Leave them down in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next video in 2023. Bye.